and welcome to this video. My name is Manya and today I'm going to show you a ton of stuff that I picked up for my Etsy shop, which is going to open the beginning of January. If you're interested in that, I'm going to link all the info in the info box down below, and I'm going to be announcing very likely on my Instagram first when my shop is going to be opening, so I'm very excited about that. Today I'm going to show you everything that I did not pick up for my shop in a thrift with me. So lots of it is from random times when I went to thrift stores, to estate sales, and it's a lot. First off, I have this little vase from the 70s. This one is actually unmarked and has a really interesting color. It's this kind of beige ochre color with this bluish gray. And I still have to do some research on this, but I think that it is very likely either East German or Eastern European. That's what it really reminds me of, because my parents were originally or are originally from East Germany, and some of the stuff that they and like my grandma and their friends and stuff had in their home looks very much like this. So I'm gonna do some research on this, and I actually have another one in that style. And let me look between all of my stuff that I have next to me. Also right here, it's this little picture vase, and it is blue, brown, cream colored, and really nice as well. It's kind of the same style, so they look very similar. I actually picked them up from the same person, so that kind of makes sense. Next up, I have this beautiful Murano vase that I picked up at a local thrift store here. I love the Murano style, and I'm still looking for some pieces for my actual home that fit within the color scheme. And this one actually has some kind of, I would always say it's not even a swirl, it looks more like a watercolor effect in different colors. So it's a navy, a red, kind of a mustard color, and it is very different like on every side, and it's absolutely beautiful, and it also has this kind of fluted scallopy top, so really nice. And those Murano vases are really cool because most of the time they're very sturdy and not super duper thin. I went to an estate sale a couple of weeks ago, and that house I went to was very interesting, to say the least. It was really full, chock full of stuff, like chock full. It's almost kind of bordering on a hoarder's house, but still they had some really interesting things. And what I found there first is this set of do you call them egg cubs, egg holders? And they're definitely 70s, they're not marked, and they have this, I mean they are a little chicken, so really cool. So the 70s green. I have these four. It's a bummer that actually one of them has a chip. This one you might even be able to see. This one has a chip here, which is really a bummer. I didn't see that, because sometimes you're just in the rush of things and you see something that you like and you're like, this is so good, and then you kind of don't really look and you just grab it, which is the worst thrifting rookie mistake ever. And even after a decade I still sometimes make it. But yeah. At the same place I also picked up this really cool coffee pot from the 70s, and it's also a rooster. The lady that lived there, well, she actually passed. She was really into roosters, but I mean, don't even get me started on her frog collection, because I've never seen anything like that in my life. I cannot find out who made it, but I have seen a couple on eBay Germany. They are marked 3100, and I've literally been Googling my butt off, but I can't find any information. I've only found out that this was made in the 60s, and also all the other eBay people don't know who made it. And it seems like there had been a sticker on here at one point, so either a price sticker or the sticker of the maker, which is such a bummer that they tore it off. Next up, I have this amazing vase by Jasper, this fat lava orange brown goodness vase. I don't really have orange in my home, and yeah, that's why I'm not keeping it, because otherwise I would, if this had been mustard or another color that would have been like more cream or brown. But yeah, this even has the original Jasper sticker on it, which is so cool. And it is the number N602103. Oh, and has this kind of cool, it's not well, sort of a trumpet shape, yeah. It's really nice, and it's really large, so you can even use that as a floor vase as well, or just put it up on a shelf. I actually have another little rooster that I randomly found at a thrift store, and this one is made of wood, and I'm not sure if it is teak wood. I'm also not sure where this was made. It has a little sticker on the bottom that is definitely very old, kind of typewriter font, and it literally says rooster in the letters I think S and an M and then a dot. So I don't know, I tried finding this one, but I haven't found the exact same one, just a bunch of wooden roosters, but the grain on it, the wood grain, is so cool. This would look so nice in a kitchen. Yeah, I asked my husband if I can keep it for a kitchen, and he said no. I have a lot of stuff. My husband completely supports me and he loves me, but he sometimes kind of has to be the one who pushes on the brakes, you know, like, yeah. This kind of almost bright, yeah, it's bright, yeah, it is kind of a bright blue vase is marked actually, but I have not been able to find out who made it. So this is very likely from the 60s or 70s, this kind of picture looking vase, and a very kind of like a balloon shape. And this is just marked with, it looks like the number 7-14, and this is not stamped, it is literally just kind of scratched in there. And what I like about it personally is that, first of all, it kind of has this fat lava feel to it, which it kind of is like fat lava actually, because it has this kind of burnt look, which you'll see in the close-ups, but then it has this gradient from very dark to kind of a lighter, brighter blue, and it's also matte, completely matte. So a lot of times the fat lava glaze is matte, and then it'll only be a part of the vase, but this one is completely matte, which I think is really cool. Guys, I might split this video up in 2 parts if it's too long, because I've already been talking for 10 minutes and I haven't even gone through half of the stuff I have, because if this is gonna be like a 40-minute video, I'm gonna split it up in 2 parts. But this is another Murano vase that I found. It has this kind of flute shape. Is that what you call it? I don't know, maybe I'm just making this up. I like sometimes kind of the gradient effect, so you have this pattern and then with the kind of little air bubble thingies inside, and then it is bigger here, it gets smaller, and then it kind of just fades out. And it's also this really nice green color. Yeah, mouth blown Murano style, 50s, 60s. I have this Steuler fat lava orange brown vase. This one is the number 515-15, and this is also really nice. Steuler is also together with Jasper and Schollrich and Bei, and I mean, I kind of love them all, but it's also definitely one of my favorite brands. And some of my favorite things that I have in my home are also from Steuler, and they made some really cool stuff. It's such a bummer that all those pottery houses don't exist anymore, but at least we still have so much of the stuff that we can collect and take care of that it's gonna last for a long time. This one actually has a very tiny chip here at the bottom. It's very small, it's not that noticeable, but I'm just mentioning it so you know. But yeah, nice. If you have oranges in your home, oh man, I kind of want to, but then I don't, because my living room is already so busy because we have this big bookshelf, so I'm just sticking to more of the browns or dark greens and that kind of stuff. But I do like me a good orange, I just don't really have it in my own home. I found this mug, and it's also very exciting for me because I don't find a lot of mugs, and now that I've been really looking, for some reason, like, the mugs keep on coming. But this one is a Studio Pottery, and it is marked. It's marked 315-40, and it kind of has this 3 looking thing on the bottom. I haven't been able to find out the maker. That's the thing. There was so much pottery made also by independent little pottery studios in the 60s and 70s in Germany that it's just so hard to find out every single one. And yeah, this one is cool. I really like the shape because it's really wide at the bottom, and then it kind of narrows a little bit when as it goes to the top. It has this navy floral pattern, cream colored. The inside is brown. I picked up this little guy at an estate sale, and this is very likely from the 60s, and it has those lines that kind of look like somebody drew it with a pencil or something, but I kind of really like the look. And they are this almost charcoal and green color, and it is marked at the bottom. It is stamped 613-15, and I've not been able to find out who made it. It seems to be not by Schollrich, not by any of the big brands as far as I know, as far as I've seen. I haven't found this shape online either, but I still really like it. It's really, if you like kind of vintage stuff but still want it to look modern. I don't know why, but the green Murano style vases just kind of keep on finding me, and I keep on buying them, I guess. And this one is another one I got. I think I got this one at one of my favorite thrift stores here, and this was one of the first Murano pieces I actually bought, and it is also really nice. The shape is so cool. I don't even know how to describe the shape. It kind of this balloon shape here, and then it kind of goes narrow here, wider here, and then it has this trumpet shape like opening. So cool. So yeah, also really like the pattern on it here. You kind of have sort of some kind of dots and air bubbles, which make it look really cool, and then it also fades out as it goes to the top. This one is really nice, and I especially, what I already mentioned, love the shape because it's very unique. This is a vase by Scheurich, and it is the number 26018, and it has the coolest imprints. And it's so funny because I actually watched one of Recycled Life's videos where they went to an antique mall, and they literally saw this vase in the booth, and then Laura, she didn't get it, and I thought this vase is so cool. And I'm not kidding you, 2 days later I walk into my thrift store and it was sitting there, same exact color, same exact type, model number, and I found out, I even sent her a picture of it, and I was like, I found the vase you didn't get, and she said, oh, that's so funny, because I mean it's like 1,000 kilometers apart, and I find it here in Germany. I decided not to keep it because I have a bunch of simple brown vases, and I'm looking more for stuff that is a little more unique in the sense of different color gradients, but this one is definitely one of my favorite ones I found by Scheurich. This vase, I was kind of debating whether or not to pick it up. I feel like it's kind of like a pug. It's like either you love it or you hate it. It's like either two, it's like ugly or beautiful. But I thought that this shape was really kind of cool and unique. It still has the original sticker on it, which says Töpferstübchen Hornburg, which Töpferstübchen is kind of a very old word for a pottery studio. It has a very, very narrow opening, so you'd only be able to fit like one flower in there, or one little, I don't know, eucalyptus, whatever thing. But I thought it was kind of cool. I like the color, this kind of grayish green, and then the brown edges. And the shape is very different to anything I've ever seen. At first, I kind of thought it was maybe a home project, but no, it's like from an official pottery studio. So that kind of made me get it. It is also marked here. I went to another estate sale where I found a gigantic floor vase. And this one is so cool. I love when something is textured, so not just smooth, but has this texture, and this one has it. It has texture, some texture here, but this one really has kind of this pattern with like some dots and lines and stuff. And this one's actually made by Carstens Tönnishof, which is also a very famous pottery studio that was very well known for their 70s vases. And this one is so nice. I just really don't have those colors in my home. If I did, I'd keep it, but I keep on saying that. So this vase, I was kind of debating whether or not to pick it up, because it seems, I'm not sure if it's from an official pottery studio. I mean, definitely the person who made this kind of knew what they were doing, because the shape looks really nice, and it has this gradient, almost kind of ombre effect of very, very dark forest green to this navy color, and then the pattern seems like it's kind of scratched in instead of stamped in, which is very interesting. I'd never seen this before, so that's why I got it. I thought it was kind of cool, and yeah, I'm not sure when this was made. I assume also in the 70s, just because of the shape. Maybe also in the, yeah, I don't know, I think it's 60s or 70s. This was a Murano vase where I was debating on keeping it, but I'm still looking for a little bit of a different color. This is this very warm-toned rusty color, and this is a pitcher vase. The handle has somewhat of a swirly texture to it, and it's see-through glass. Yeah, this also is mouth blown and really cool, and also really nice shape. They have one at my thrift store that is closed now because we're in lockdown. That one I kind of want. They're asking a little bit more for it, but I honestly might get it because that one is really cool. It has like copper flecks in it. This one does not have any metallic flecks in it, so we'll see. But I think this one, no, I'm not going to keep. I'm still looking for the perfect one that fits with the exact color scheme of my own home. I also found this hand-carved vintage giraffe, which I think maybe someone picked up on their travels to actually like Africa or something. I'm still gonna polish it with furniture polish to give it a little bit of a shine. It's definitely been sitting on a shelf for a very long time because it was very dusty and crusty when I picked it up, but I thought that it was really cool. It's nice if you love animals and decorating with wood figures, which I like, but I already have a set of brass giraffes in my home, so I don't need a fourth one. But this one, I don't know, I just really like it. It also has some wood grain on it, which I always love because that makes all those little wood pieces and figures just so much better. If you like this video, make sure to check out these ones here on the side. I post a new video about thrifting and secondhand finds every single week, so if you're not subscribed already, make sure you do so you will not miss any of my other videos. I will see you in my next one. Have a great day. Bye!